All right, what's good? So today's video is going to be on how to increase your odds of survival as a werewolf. So you're going to want a few things. You're going to want to go to the Lordstone. Lordstone's right here. It is east of Marathol in this kind of mountain area right here. Here's what the Lordstone is. You want the Lordstone because once you have the Lordstone, you're going to get 50 points of damage resistance, which just means you have 50 points armor rating added. So when you're a werewolf and you have no armor equipped, you're going to have, instead of a 0 base rating of armor, you're going to have a 50 base rating of armor. And it also gives you 25% magic resistance, which is going to negate magic damage. That means spells, as well as dragon breath, as well as poison, any kind of a fire damage, whether that's from a trap or from a spell or dragon breath. So really useful. Magic resistance encompasses basically anything that's not physical damage for the most part. Fire, frost, lightning, poison. All right. Then you're also going to want to do Agent of Mara. If you don't know where that's at, you start the quest line by going to the Temple of Mara in Riften. You talk to one of the NPCs there. I don't remember if it's the guy or the girl in there, but go to the Temple of Mara in Riften and start the quest line there. I think there's only like 3 or so quests you have to do. And then you get Agent of Mara. That gives you a 15% magic resistance as well. Then you're going to want to do, you don't want to level your alteration to level 70. I know that's high, but it gives you a 30% magic resistance. And I'll show you that, the skill tree in a second. So just a little quick recap. You get the Lorestone, 25% magic resistance. Agent of Mara, 15% magic resistance. So that's 25 plus 15, that's 40. Then if you level up your alteration to level 70, you get an additional 30%. So to bring you to a total of 70% magic resistance. And that's important because this 25% I have right here from being a Breton, that goes away because that's a racial benefit. So up here, your race in the top right is Breton. When you are a werewolf, that changes to werewolf up there. It'll say werewolf instead of Breton, and you will no longer have that benefit. So, but with those passive abilities, because they're not tied to your armor and they're not tied to your race class, those will still be active. So when you're a werewolf, you'll still have the Lorestone benefit, Agent of Mara benefit, and that alteration benefit. Let me show you that real quick. The alteration up here. Once you level that up, you get 30% magic resistance from that. So you also want dual casting because that'll make your spells more powerful, means it lasts a little bit longer. You want mage armor, so that way when you're not wearing any armor, which you will not be wearing armor when you're a werewolf, your alteration spells will be 3 times as strong if it's a protective spell like Ebony Flesh, and you're going to want stability so it lasts longer. So, and then you're going to want Ebony Flesh. So let me show you kind of what this looks like. So if I go to a magic real quick, alteration, I'm going to equip Ebony Flesh. I'm going to wait to cast it until I get to the College of Winterhold. So first I'll show you Winterhold and how that magic resistance carries over when you're getting attacked by mages in Winterhold. And then I'm going to have to reload, and I'm going to go to Whiterun, so you can see the physical damage from the guards in Whiterun. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. All right, so I'm going to showcase that magic resistance real quick when I transform into a werewolf here. Now, I don't actually know if Ebony Flesh provides any kind of protection from magic or not. You can see that it's still active because there's a green aura about me, but I do have that magic resistance active from those active effects. And you can see they're hitting me with magic. It is doing damage, obviously, but it's not anywhere near what it would be if I didn't have all those active effects active. That's a lower level spell right there. That's probably an apprentice level spell or so. That's probably an adept level spell, I think. So it hit me with some stuff. I mean, I'm just kind of just eating it up. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Then I'm gonna go ahead and reload it real quick, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like when you cast Ebony Flesh and you're getting attacked by physical damage. So let's do that.
Oh, what happened?
Oh no. All right, so now we're going to see what that Ebony Flesh does for you while you're transformed as a werewolf here. Go ahead and cast that. A little quick note with those perks. This is going to last 198 seconds, so it's going to give you some time as a werewolf. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and transform and see that physical damage showcased. I'm just going to let him hit me. You can see kind of how much damage I'm taking. Let's see if we can get some more people involved. See if we can get even more going. And it's not like nowadays where people see, you know, some crime going on, everybody kind of just turns the other head and they're like, oh, that's not my business, though. You know, like, I guess in this world, everyone's just like, everybody's a vigilante, everybody's going to get involved, everyone's like, let's do something about this werewolf. I mean, I guess it's valid, you know, you just have a werewolf strolling through the middle of your town, you probably defend the women and children and whatnot, but anyways, you can see everyone's attacking me here. I'm still taking damage, but it is significantly reduced. You know, if you played this game any length at all and you played as a werewolf, you know that you eat up the damage pretty quick without your armor, especially at level 67. Again, you can see there the top right, werewolf, right? So I don't have that magic benefit from being a Brett anymore. But I do have the other active effects, which I showed you earlier for the magic resistance, but this is showcasing the physical damage resistance that you have from ebony flesh. So if you want to increase your odds of survival as a werewolf and, you know, you're trying to negate some of that physical damage, some of that magic damage, that is what I would do to do that. I'm actually going to show you one more thing you can do, which can help you just a little bit more. So let's go ahead and do that real quick.
What happened?
All right, so one more thing you can do to increase your odds of survival. There's going to be two things. Well, I guess you just need one. If you get the Ring of Ursine, which you can get through that quest line, you can Google how to do that one, YouTube how to do that one. You better turn into werewolf as many times as you want. I'll just show you real quick what that looks like. Beast form is just from being a werewolf, that's always there, but you can only use it once a day, like any other power for the most part. Ring of Ursine, it should do the same thing, but it doesn't. You can do it as many times as you want once you de-transform, so that's kind of cool. But I'm not going to use that. If you go and you do the quest for the Ring of Namira, you'd have to look up how to do that one as well again, but you get this ring. It's kind of gross. You feed on corpses, but you get increased health and regeneration. So what you want to do, you would want to cast your ebony flesh real quick, dual cast it, get a kill. Guess there's already a body here. I can probably feed on that one. Feed.
Need something?
Kind of crazy. Like, they just watched me feed on somebody and they didn't do anything about it. They're like, no, that's normal. That's completely normal. Okay, anyways. But when you turn into a werewolf, that's going too far. Not eating a corpse, but whatever. Let's go to active effects real quick. Health increased by 50 points for 5 minutes from that Namira's Blessing by feeding while wearing the ring. Stamina is increased by 50 points. You also get you increased health regeneration. So let's look at that. Regenerate health. Health regenerates 50% faster for 5 minutes. So if you have that ring, you cast ebony flesh, you feed right before you transform, you'll have an increased armor rating of 350 with ebony flesh, because it'll be 100 times 3 with that mage armor, those mage armor perks, and 50 points from the Lord Stone. You also have your health go back up faster. Let's take a look at that in action. So right now I have ebony flesh cast. I have an increased regeneration rate from that ring. Let's see them attack me. You can see the health will go up a little bit faster. It's not going to be like instant, you know what I mean? But it's going back up in combat as opposed to just not doing anything in combat. You know what I mean? If you look at the bottom there, you can see that it's going back up. So yeah, that's what you can do. You can get your alteration leveled up for magic resistance as well as some physical damage resistance while you're transformed. You can also get that ring to help you a little bit more with increased regeneration rate for 5 minutes. So yeah. One last thing, if you're wondering, if you're like, fam, you just told me you don't get any effects from armor when you go werewolf, but you still have the effects of the ring. That doesn't make any sense. What do you mean? Let me show you real quick. I don't really understand 100% how everything works in this game, but I do believe if I equip the ring, eat the corpse, and then take the ring off, I think that'll still be under an active effect even though I'm no longer wearing the ring. So let's go test that real quick. So right now, I'm going to equip the Ring of Namira, right? Just to show you, I don't have that regenerate health active effect anywhere, right? I'm going to equip this ring real quick. And again, just because it's equipped doesn't mean it's there. You have to actually feed on a corpse in order for that effect to go into effect.
Yes.
I'm going to just go ahead and eat off this corpse real quick, which, again, it blows my mind. It's like, you turn into a werewolf, that's a problem. They're going to attack you. It's on sight, gang, right? But you go and you eat a corpse in broad daylight, nobody bats an eye, right? Okay, anyways, let's check. So, gonna be around here somewhere. Fortify health. Regenerate health. Health regenerates 50% faster for 5 minutes. That's Namira's Blessing. I'm going to take this ring off and see if that stays. So Ring of the Mirror is no longer there. Let's go back to active effects. Regenerate health is still there. That's how that works. If you're wondering, hey, you took off the ring, why is it still there? I don't know, but it is. So what you want to do is clip the ring, eat a corpse real quick. That's so foul, dude. Context is everything. Anyways, once you do that, though, when you transform as a werewolf, you're still going to have that blessing, which is why your health still goes back up. So just thought I'd add that in real quick. I was doing some editing of the video, getting ready to export it, and I was like, oh, wait, that's probably a little confusing. People might think that it doesn't work, but it does. So anyways, y'all take care, enjoy, have fun.